Hello, welcome back to Paul's Racing Channel and to the Ultimate Racing League, sponsored by Prop Up & Co. And so on to race 2, we go from round 7 of our Manufacturers Cup here in Japan at the Kyoto Driving Park. We're on the Yamagiwa circuit. So Nathan in full control of race 1, and with Smith coming in second and Silly Shot in third. We'll see what this one brings. Now, this is reverse grid, remember, another 25-minute race, 1 pit stop. And well, let's do this, shall we? So Vane is in pole position. He'll be hoping for a better race this time in his new Subaru. We've got Speed Demon in second, his compatriot Damon in third. We've got Colesberg in fourth, Unforgiven in fifth, Willard in sixth, P. White in seventh, Keyboard Captain in eighth, Phaser in ninth, Rossi 10th, Slowpoke 11th, Silly Shot in 12th, Smith in 13th, and Nath in 14th. So we'll run through the tyres anyway, but it looks like Vane's on softs, Speed Demon mediums for Damien, Colesberg soft, Unforgiven soft for Willard, mediums for P. White, Keyboard is soft, Phaser is mediums, Rossi in softs, Slowpoke mediums, Silly Shot mediums, Smith in mediums, and Nath on mediums. So probably the majority of them on mediums. So here we go then. Let's get this race underway, shall we? Watch those lights. Just coming to the end of the day, lights fading. I'm sure the entertainment will still be great. So here we go down to turn 1 then. Vane in that BRZ. GT3, then the 2 Mercs. Second and third. Damien just grabbed that off a Speed Demon. Colesberg right in there in fourth place with Keyboard Captain going through the inside, or through the middle actually. Keyboard Captain up to third place. What a move in the Ferrari from Keyboard Captain. Wow, that was a move and a half. Let's have a quick look at that. Well, let's go on. Shall we go on board with him? That was a great move. So we're on board now with Keyboard Captain. Around turn 1 towards the S's now. We had the little gap there, go round the outside of Colesberg, then past Speed Demon, and then up towards past Colesberg and up to third place through the middle of them all. And that's a great move from Keyboard Captain. So excellent driving from him in the Ferrari GT3. There's Unforgiven, P. White. Oh, and that's Rossi going out. I'm giving it a little bit of grass. Now it's next to Nath, who's up to 11th already, Nath, so he's already made up a couple of spots. Now what's happened to Slowpoke? Oh, he's back there. Slowpoke, and another yellow flag, and that's Phaser, and all sorts of things going on. Right, let's go back and see what happened to Slowpoke first, shall we? Because let's have a look here. Let's go all the way back and see. So where is he? He's in 12th. A little bit of coming together with Silly Shot through the S's. That's all good. Now there's a few having the 12 and Silly Shot at a moment, and whoa, and that just, I think, took Slowpoke out of it. Not sure, was there a touch from Slowpoke? Was he slowing down? I really don't know actually. Let's have a quick look. I didn't actually see anything. I just see Silly Shot going for complete. I think there might have been a touch, and I think that's why Slowpoke. So it's not actually Slowpoke, it was Silly Shot. I think that was having a bit. I might have a bit of a touch there. Then Slowpoke got behind him. Then his camera's not the greatest. Oh, there was a little tag from Slowpoke, and he just took Silly Shot the back end of his car and just brought him round, which is why Slowpoke, who was doing the right thing, slowed down to 13th, in 13th, and slowed down to allow Silly Shot to go past. So just cruising at the moment. Slowpoke. Now, is there going to be a safety car? Don't really see many safety cars, do we? But there's a couple of cars. Well, actually, I suppose it was one, wasn't it, in the end, really? But there was someone else having a moment, and that was Phaser, and he's down here at... Oh, now this is a slightly different... Ah, so we've got a different circuit. I've only just noticed, actually. So this is actually Yamagiwa plus Miyabi. So this is where I was saying that there was 2 circuits into one. So we've had a change for race 2, and he's got his back wheel on the grass, and that's spun him round. And this is an even more trickier circuit, this one. This is all sorts of things going on. It's basically 2 circuits combined into one massive one. So it's Yamagiwa, who's what we had for race 1, plus Miyabi added on as a kind of a plug-in piece to that circuit. Now, I don't actually know how many miles that adds onto it. Yamagi was just over 3 miles, so it's going to be at least another 1.5, I would have thought. So you're looking at quite a long lap this time with this additional piece added onto it, which is goes right out here before picking back up that Yamagiwa section at this point here, which would have been the S's. There's the S's. There is at the back of the shot there. As you come down the hill, that's where we were going through the S's there. So we're actually coming to the left of that, joining onto this final section of it. So that little bit of an additional bit probably puts on maybe a mile. So maybe it's only about 4 miles now, actually. So not quite as long as I was maybe thinking there. But it's a change again, so another sort of circuit that we don't really run a lot of. So we're having 2 circuits here for race 1, or 2 different circuits for race 1 and race 2. So a bit of a change, that's all good. Keeble Captain has got the lead off of Vane, and I think he just took it there at the final corner, did he? He was in second. Vane, did he get it wrong, or did he just get done? He just had a better exit. That Ferrari is quick. Now that final corner, as Keeble Captain gets the lead at the start of lap 2. So Keeble then changed to Ferrari from Honda. Had an okay race in race 1, but looks like he means business here in race 2. Now, we know this Ferrari's pretty quick. That BRZ's not slow either, but this Ferrari does handle very well. Sounds great as well. But Vane is going with him. Oh, but Vane's got that wrong, and he took it all sorts of speed through there. Did really well to keep that back on track, and this is a really tight hairpin, this one. Difficult corner. This is where the Miyabi circuit starts as you come off of the Yamagiwa. It's a really tight, difficult corner with a lot of camber on it as well. It knocks the car sideways just as you come through the corner. So really got to take it steady through there. It's no matter what car you're in, it just throws it out. The back end can go round, the front end can go round, all sorts of ends can go round through there, but they did well so far, I'm sure. Well, with the exception of Fazer that got it wrong, although that was just before that corner. That's grabbing too much grass, but I'm sure there'll be some that will get that wrong, as we see Willard chasing down Rossi for 8th place into this turns out to be a hairpin corner, but was actually, as you come through the S's, it's actually now a hairpin because of that's where the Miyabi circuit ends. Silly Shot 12, Fazer in 13th, and Slowpoke in 14. These are all the guys that have had a moment. So obviously Silly Shot had that big moment on lap 1 that was just touched from Slowpoke. Slowpoke obviously slowed down, let him have that back. That's why he's down there in 14th, and then Fazer had that off as well, just at the entrance to the Miyabi circuit. And he's off again, Fazer, and he's just not liking it out there at the moment, is he? In here in race 2, spending more time on the grass than he's on the circuit here, Fazer. So he's going to drop down to 14th, and well, let's see what happens with that one. Carry on, no one's in yet. Keeble Captain is getting away though, and look at this lead he's got now over Colesberg, who's now taken Vane, presumably after Vane had that little mistake on the last lap. So Colesberg up to 2nd, but our leader Keeble, he's off and running with this one. Now what can Naif do? Naif is up to 6th place, remember, from the back of the field, and this is what he does in race 2. So Naif to 6th place already, 3 laps in. What can he do about Keeble Captain in this Ferrari? The only thing with the Ferrari, it's a great car, great handling car. It's quick and it sounds great, but the only thing I found with it when I raced it is it is a bit of a tyre shredder. No matter where you go, it does chew up those tyres. So going to be a little bit wary about that. This is that Miyabi, the end of the Miyabi section. Got his own start finish line there, which we don't actually use. As they come across that, at that point there, there's the start and finish, the starter's box, I should say. As Nath then gets up to 4th place. It's another move on Vane this time. All but Vane's giving it back to him, but Nath's just managed to grab it, and Unforgiven's going to have a bit of Vane as well, and he's following Nath through, and Unforgiven now trying to chase Nath down, and he's on the outside of this hairpin, so I think Nath's going to grab that corner and have 4th place. As Unforgiven also, I thought he got done by Vane there, but he doesn't, so Unforgiven will just remain in 5th place behind Nath. So they come through this tricky S's here. Rossi behind them in 7th with Speed Demon in 8th. But Unforgiven then in 5th spot at the moment. And there's my first one in, Colesberg. So after 3 laps he's in. It's Rossi in 6th, Willard. Sorry, Speed Demon in 7th, Smith there in 8th in that plain white Porsche. Plain white? Blimey, plain black even. I'm colourblind, I think. See, I've seen this car before from Smith. Well, the old RSR actually, not the new 911 GT3 car, but the old RSR Porsche 911. I've seen this livery on that before, or something very similar anyway, for Smith. So obviously got his rack man to do the same for that one. I think that was silly shot, getting a bit wide in the background there as they all hurtle down the hill, and then hard on the brakes here for this tricky right-hander. As I said, throws the car right there. There's a big bump as they join the circuit. Tough corner, that one. Got Willard in 9th place, trying to go with Smith ahead of him in 8th. Now, a lot of the guys on them soft tyres, the ones that are on the soft tyres, are going to have to start to think about coming in soon, because they're not looking the greatest. There's an example from Willard. Not too bad, but in comparison with a medium runner, which is Smith there. Got a lot of Smith dives up the inside of Speed Demon and gets that 7th place off him. Speed Demon just going a little bit slow through there. Oh, now has a moment and he's lost it. Speed Demon's gone. That all started from that hairpin, didn't it? Let's have a look. So Smith goes down the inside, gets the 7th place. This is what I was saying about it. Just apply the pressure, the power, and the back end comes round, then the front goes, and then you're tasting barrier. So Speed Demon will lose that 11th place as well to Slowpoke, I think, because it's right up behind him now, and he's gone to, and Speed Demon just went to, and there's the yellow flag as well. Is there someone else off down here? There was, I think that was Willard. So Slowpoke has been all sorts of dramas here in this race, hasn't he? So as he was catching up, let's go back to him and see this one first. So he's trying to get around Speed Demon. I don't think we knew where Speed Demon was going, and he's gone out and gone too wide, grabbed the grass, and then he's under pressure from Phaser behind him. And then meanwhile, we've got, who was it? Was it Willard? Can't remember who it was, or was it? It might be Willard, I think, that had a moment. Yes, it was. So at the same time, Willard was doing this, got it completely wrong into the hairpin. Car was just not turning, and going to see Slowpoke and Speed Demon just coming into view now. There they are after their touch. So Willard does get it going again in 10th place, but yeah, a couple of little instances through the back end of this lap. Slowpoke again off. Just not liking it, this car. Around here, although just been in the wars a little bit, hasn't he, Slowpoke? Down in 13th place. Colesberg in 14th as Willard's in. Rossi's in. Unforgiven's in, so starting to see a few of the guys coming in now after lap 5. Well, after lap 4 into lap 5. So we've got Slowpoke going through turn 1 in 10th. There's Colesberg in 11th then. Unforgiven, who's just come out right behind Colesberg on those medium tyres in 12th. It's going to have a little bit more pace than Colesberg here. I was pushing him up the hill. It's going to try for a move down at the left-hander. It's on the outside though, but it can go around the outside there if you wish. You don't get get squeezed out. No, plenty of room from Colesberg, and then down side by side, and then bang onto the brakes for this next really tight right-hand hairpin corner. There's that bump, and there's that little where it throws the car out a little bit. Got to be really, really careful through there. I keep saying that, keep stressing that, don't I? Very difficult section. Rossi in 13th place and Willard in 14th. They're the guys that have come in and come out. Gone in and come out, I should say. But our leader, keyboard captain, got that fastest lap of 2:18.3. He's still leading it, but not that far from, you've guessed it, Nath, who's now up into second spot. So hasn't taken him long at all, has it? 5 laps actually, to be precise. Got himself up into second place and is eyeing up the lead of this race now. So let's see what Nath can do, especially now that keyboard captain's in. Nath is not going to come in. He's on those medium tyres. Oh, there you go. What do I know? He is coming in on those mediums. Going to have a soft on those soft tyres now. So Damien decides he wants to lead this race. So Damien does, and he's out there in first place now. Coming through turn 1 with Vane now up in the second. He's not got much left on his tyre, and he's going to have to come in next lap around, so he's not going to have much to give with that tyre around this lap. Certainly not going to have much left of it. Silly Shot in 3rd, P. White in 4th, Smith 5th. Close there coming through. The S is up the hill. No actual corner names here at the Kyoto driving park, so it's just left hand and right hand. White looking like he wants to have a go at Silly Shot. I'll get through this right-hander first. Smith in 5th place. People captain then, who was our leader, has come out in 6th place after going in for his stop. So still in a pretty good place, his keyboard captain. Still holding that fastest lap as well. A few of those guys ahead of him obviously still got to come in. So he's in 6th place. Speed Demon there in 7th. Phaser in 8th. Slowpoke in 9th now. There's Nath, who came in, obviously, as we know, from 2nd. Down there in 10th. So actually, keyboard captain's got quite good leaders. Nath goes up the inside of Slowpoke there. Slowpoke, see him coming. Stayed out wide. Nath got that move done up into 9th place. So yeah, keyboard captain then is in 6th place at the minute, isn't he? Yes. So just a few cars ahead of Nath now. So as I say, keyboard could be in a good position here, because I think all the guys ahead of him have all still got to come in. So he could actually still become the leader of this race again once everybody's filtered through. Struggling now with a bit of light to see who's who. It helps with the names above their cars, of course, but as the light does fade, we are getting into the realms now of a night race here to finish this off. What are we, 14.5 minutes in, so at least another 10 minutes to go here as Vane and Smith are in. So Unforgiven up to 9th now. Colesberg in 11th, for Smith just coming out besides Colesberg into, well, I thought he was getting 10th there, but Colesberg just got around the outside of him into turn 1, so 11th place for Smith. Smith, though, will have, of course, have better tyres, and he's on those softs as well, so I don't think it's going to take Smith too long to get past Colesberg here. Probably up over the top of the rise here will be his opportunity down into their long left-hander here. If not, on the brakes down at the bottom of the hill into that tricky right-hander. Let's see. Going to get the run on. Colesberg going to line him up down here at the bottom of the hill, I think. I imagine that's... No, not up far enough. So didn't feel that was the right opportunity at that point. But as a go now, a little bit tighter line from Smith there. I think Colesberg's still got it though. He has. Oh, and then he grabs some inside curve, and that's going to allow Smith to just go by. And that's an easy pass in the end. Colesberg just touched that inside curve, almost brought the car around. But kept it going, but did lose that place to Smith. Vane in 13th. And Willard in 14th. So Willard's some way back. Willard, isn't he? He's had something go wrong now. Unless he had an issue in pit lane, maybe his mechanics just didn't quite get that right. But whatever it was, he's some way back off the rest of this field now. Willard, which is unusual for him. Now we're going to see our leader Damien in just as I come to him with Silly Shot. I'd imagine will follow suit. Yeah, and P White as well. So this is now our effective leader is Keyboarder. We know he's come in, and there's Nath, and it's actually closed right in this gap now, isn't it? This the lead between Nath and Keyboard. There it is on screen. So Nath has got himself up to second place. While all the guys are sitting in pit lane now, a lot of them all coming in. 17 minutes of this race. Let's put Nath back into second spot, but Keyboard crucially back into the lead. So what can he do now with what's left of this race in that Ferrari when you've got Nath chasing you down in second place in the Porsche that we know he gets on so well with. Also knocking out fastest sectors is Nath. So I think Keyboard Captain will now start to just feel the heat a little bit from behind. Unforgiven in third. He's got himself into the podium place now. But he can't afford to slack off too much because we've got Damien and Smith there, 4th and 5th place. Not far behind Unforgiven, so he needs to keep going. But let's just have a look now and go back to Nath and just see, because he's reeling in Keyboard Captain. Is this going to be another double victory for Nath? Is Keyboard going to spoil the fun here? Tighter line from Keyboard as we see the drone shot on the hairpin. But Nath knows he's not really got to push that hard. He's in a prime position behind the leader. If he starts to push, he's going to make mistakes, especially around here with these high curbs. And there he is, right up behind Keyboard now. And I think it's just a matter of time now before Nath gets this pass done. Keyboard will do everything he can to try and keep Nath behind him, but there's a long way to go. Still got at least 5 minutes of this race to run. It's a lot of time. It's, Nath also picks up their fastest lap, the 2:17.9 now, so he's on a real charge. Probably looking at 2 or 3 more laps of this race now for these guys. It's going to come down to these two, isn't it? Unforgiven. Still in third, but he's being chased down and being closed in by Damien in 4th in that Merc. Smith not too far behind him either in 5th place, but Damien looks like he's pushing on those soft tyres. what's Unforgiven on. He's on the medium, so yeah, there's your difference. Smith going across the grass there in the background. But our attention is with Damien, and I think Smith has just picked up half a second. He has. Yeah, that's Forgetting. So can pick up penalties quite easily around here, especially when you're going across the grass and straight lining things, it would seem. Just conscious of just keeping my eyes open, because I think it's going to get really close up top now, and it is really close as Nath is almost up the side of Keyboard Captain. So they come down to the end of the Miyabi section, just about to join back onto the Yamagiwa. Nathan's going to be hung out to dry on the outside as Keyboard keeps it nice and tight through there, but he's squiggling and squirming all over the place, and now not actually any words, are they? But I've just made them up. Nath, of course, is on those softs. He pushes too hard. He's not going to have too much of them softs left, although we are into the last 4 minutes now, but got to be a little bit careful. But I think he's still got it under control, Nath. People don't. We're watching a great defensive job. This is not only the defending, but also the pressure from having someone right up behind you, trying to get past at every corner, and that's enough to put you off. That's for sure. Keyboard, look, he's just trying to go wherever. Nath's obviously following him, trying to get as much as his draft as he possibly can. So they start lap 10. Now has he gone too wide, Keyboard? Now there could be opportunity for Nath to just put his nose up the inside. Not quite, no. Keyboard still keeps it planted there in the lead. Keyboard Captain, he really does not want to give this up. Now he just needs to do another 2 laps of defending like this, and he'll be victory. So he'll get the victory, but can he do 2 more laps of this defending? Because it's going to be tough, and Nath, with that tighter line, using a lot more of that inside curve than Keyboard Captain, but still, Keyboard Captain still in the front, in the lead of this race. Nathan, is he running out of opportunities here? Oh, it's right up beside him now, and also almost touching him and pushing him through. That right hand up, a Keyboard still there. I want to take my eyes off this battle for the moment. Unforgiven still there in 3rd for Damien Fall, Smith in 5th, B White 6th, Silly Shot 7th, Bain in 8th. That's your top 8. No change back there, but look at Nath. Now he's got a tight line. Better exit out there from Nath now, but he's going to be on the outside as they get back onto the Yamagiwa circuit, and he's gone wide, Keyboard, and there's the opportunity for Nath, and he probably knew that was going to happen. Great move from Nath, just a little switchback. Keyboard Captain just run it too wide into this right-hander. Couldn't get it stopped. That's what you call pressure. Nathan said, thank you, I'll have that, and went through into the lead, but Keyboard's now back on it, and he's having another go, and he's foot to the floor. He's got the lead again, but only temporarily as they come into the hairpin. Oh, has he? Yes. No. Yes. No. Nath has got it, but now he's going to be on the inside, and he has got it back. Keyboard. What a battle this is. This is a great race. This is mediums against soft tyres. This is for first place. This is for the win of the race here. About to start what will be the final lap here. Keyboard Captain still ahead of Nath, and Nath on the outside, but he's going to be on the inside coming down to turn 1 now. What sort of run have we got here? Looks like the Porsche may just have the lead. He does, just got a little bit more in against the Ferrari. But he's not going to give up, Keyboard, we know this. Nath has got to, well, coming second-hand tyres on that thing now, but he's got the lead onto that final lap now. It's all about what Nath can do. Can he keep Keyboard Captain behind him? Can he get the double victory? Can he do it with worn soft tyres? What a race this has been. Keyboard there still attacking, but we know it looks like he's just struggling to get it turned a little bit, but still there. But Nath, we know, is strong. Got to couple of cars lengths now, that gap between them both. Into the right hander, into Miyabi. And Keeble trying everything, including grabbing some inside curb there. I think Nath might have it. I think Nath might have done just enough here. Now it's all about, is there going to be any mistakes? So we are on the final lap now. Everything else, I believe, is the same, although Smith has dropped down to 7th, so actually he must have had a little moment, because P. White and Silly Shot has got past him. So Smith has lost that 5th place that he had. But it's Nath, Keeble captain, I think, has run out of steam now into 2nd place. Damien into 3rd, but being chased down by Unforgiven there in 4th place. So Unforgiven, actually, I think, has just lost that to Damien. Unforgiven was in 3rd, wasn't he? Damien on those soft tyres is up to 3rd. He might get himself on the podium. Damien. So they come down into this last sector now. Only a few more corners to go for these boys. And we'll go back to our leaders as we come round that final corner out the other side. And Nath is going to get that double victory. But what a battle he had with Keeble captain. Keeble will probably be a little bit disappointed with that, but it's a great 2nd place and a great battle. So that was excellent driving from both of those. Damien is going to grab that 3rd step on the podium from Unforgiven in 4th. Good driving from Damien there. P. White is going to come in 5th place. Well done to him. Silly Shot in 6th. Smith will grab 7th with Vane in 8th. That's more like it from Vane. Rossi in 9th place. Slowpoke will come in 10th. Ahead of Fazu in 11th. Speed Demon in 12th. Willard in 13th. Colesberg will come in 14th. So double victory for Nath, fastest lap as well, 2:17.9. That was superb racing from everybody, but what a battle up front. So round 7 complete, got 3 more rounds to go here at the Manufacturers Cup. Be intrigued to see where we're going next with these mix of circuits that we've been having here on the calendar. So I'm sure you'll be intrigued as well, so don't miss it. Join me again next time, probably next week, about the same time, and I will have all the action for you. So join me then. Thank you for watching, and bye for now.